It's time. I wanted to listen to this for a little bit. Man, I've been holding back. I've been waiting. And welcome everyone back to the channel. Thank you as always for clicking on the video and for showing up, stopping by, and just coming on in. Hope you're having a great one out there and you're ready to hang out a little bit as we move on to kind of the next track here with John Anderson and the band Geeks with True, their album from 2024. We're going to listen to this song, Counties and Countries, which had come highly recommended from many of you. Some of you saying that it's the best song on the album. So some of you that had suggested this would be Reversification, Pammy, Cindy. Oh, I can't read Pammy. I apologize. Pammy, Cindy. Lightmane, you said that this is, I think you said this is your favorite song on this album as well. Bella Lugosi, not Bella Lugosi, but Lugosi. MP, the new guy. Let's see. Mario Biertz, I believe you recommended this one as well. And Barry Hull. So all of you, thank you so much for the suggestion, for the recommendation. We got a 10-minute song to jump on into, which, let's be honest, is like nothing. You know, that's just kind of regular song length here. So let's go ahead and jump into it. We'll talk about it after. Here we go. Oh, the organ led that in, huh? Bass ripped that out, huh? I couldn't catch it. Nice drum roll right there at the end. I like how they rolled into that marching pattern.
I've seen counties and countries, the gardens of Eden are calling me home. And I said I would deliver.
Oh, that was an interesting pattern. Listen to this Caribbean-esque influence right here in the rhythm. Soften it. Piano swooping in. I like how they structure this. Like this marching pattern comes back, but it's softer now. harp riff.
by you. Only for you. Only for you. Only for you to be received. To be received. To be received. Only for you to be received by you.
All right, back to that. Nice little hold of the organ. Goes an extra beat. I can never catch him. There's your organ. Great little solo.
Strength of another, your sisters and brothers, calling you, calling you.
That calling you part is so catchy.
'Cause I believed it on that day. The gift of love was here to stay. With me just knowing that life is forever, knowing of the truth yet to come. The truth yet to come. The deeper you got it, the love yet to come. Within your lifetime, all to bring you closer. Gotta get that beautiful day to be. The love yet
Big
to
horns.
come. The
Guitars
best yet to
blaring.
come. Say I, say I. The love yet to come. Say I, say I. This is a beautiful day to be. Love yet to come. Oh, to bring you closer. You've got a beautiful
Love when the guitar takes over the vocal melody.
You've got a beautiful day today.
Fire off of the fingers.
Only for you. Only for you.
precious.
By you.
It's very easy in listening to that to understand why that's a standout in the album, why it's many people's favorites. I think that this is, for myself personally, this is a track that I would have to listen to again to give you like a 100% true evaluation. Because I can tell you that I liked it, but there is a lot going on. It moves at a breakneck pace. Like the 10 minutes didn't even do it justice. It actually moved on very, very quickly. And there's just a lot of great stuff happening, a lot of excellent musicianship. Can I tell you the two things that stood out to me most is the organ solo and then that synth solo at the end. Those were the two things that really caught my attention. Now, I know that you're going to have Richie Castellano on, some of the keys here, Christopher Clark on some of the keyboards, and then Robert Kipp on Hammond organ. So I'm just going with the assumption that it is Mr. Kipp on the Hammond organ in that first solo. There was a moment, like just a little bit before that, when you get a sprinkling of foreshadow with the organ as it plays with the guitar. And I like that. It just gives you a little bit of something here and there. And there may have been some more previously. But I just noticed in that specific moment, I was like, oh, there's the organ. And then right after the guitar solo kind of went off, we moved into that organ solo, which was just like an absolute blitz on the field. It just took the ball and ran all the way down to the end. And it did it with such like brilliant flourishing. I really, really loved how that organ solo just came out of the gates and just saw red and went for it. Then, of course, you got some more verse, you got some more chorus. And then you move into near the ending, that synth solo, which I love the sound of it. That, like that kind of arpy, slightly bent notes on the ends of it kind of sound. It kind of reminds me a lot of like how Jordan Rudess would play. But like, that was just a brilliant solo at the end too, to kind of send things off with a final piece of glamour. And I'm going to assume that might be either Richie or Christopher Clark. I'm not quite sure which one performs that solo. Either way, whoever did it was absolutely brilliant. This is a song of many different moving parts. And every single moving part, every gear represented by a certain band member is doing a brilliant job and is so fun to listen to. Whether, of course, that's Anderson singing, Richie, who's playing like a lot of things here, Andy on the drums, which I really enjoyed the drumming here. Especially, I want to say 3/4 of the way through when the song kind of dropped out for a second. And it sounded like the drums were getting a different kind of percussion was brought in. Like, I'm not quite sure what it was, but it kind of started to build off of that. And then it moved into the marching pattern. And then it, like I said, went into the closing at the end, that big finale. But it was really nice how that was played with a certain sensibility. Speaking of that marching pattern and the whole structure of the song, which is kind of why I have to listen to it all again. Because like I said, there's a lot of like parts in here, that, at least in my ears on the first time. But I like how they, for example, brought in the marching band pattern first with like a lot of instrumentation behind it. And they would return to it a second time, but this time maybe drop out some of that other extra instrumentation, maybe make it a little softer. And then, of course, like I just mentioned, you heard it return there at the end as well. The chorus, if you want to call it that, is very anthemic, and it just makes you want to cry out. It's very positively glorious, I would say. The chorus is the main verse when it moves into that, what I would call kind of Caribbean-esque kind of groove. It reminds me a little bit of ABWH when we listen to Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman, and Howe. I just think that this is a song of a lot of moving parts, and all of them enjoyable, but I definitely would need to to listen to it again to truly get a grasp of it. There's a difference between listening and enjoying and to actually grasp something. I can catch it, but I want to hold it. I've seen counties and countries, the gardens of Eden are calling me home. And I said I would deliver the promises of lifetimes, calling me home. For I received it on that day, the gift of love was here to stay, asking for the love that would always deliver, asking for the love yet to come. So he's seen a lot of things, he's seen counties, countries, and he says the gardens of Eden are calling him. The thing that was given to him, he has to give it back in a sense. So the love, the joy, the happiness he's received, he needs to, of course, reciprocate it and put it back out into the world. The mountains down through the oceans, the gift of creation, calling me home. For I received it on that day, the gift of love was here to stay. Deliver the love yet to come. So there's still more to come, he says. This miracle's got to keep us alive, got to get that beautiful day to be. only for you to be received by you. I reached out and discovered that words are forever. Never repeat what you don't believe. And I said I would remember that people forgiving, that comes with the loving of your soul. So, of course, forgiving others is as good as loving your soul, he says, which I think is really nice. And I like this line here, never repeat what you don't believe. So if you don't believe it, don't say it. Keep it to yourself. Or just get rid of it. Just reaching for the strength of another, your sisters and brothers calling me home. Because I believed it on at that day. Listen, you know how John writes. The gift of love was here to stay, gifting me, just knowing that love is forever, knowing the truth yet to come. And it goes on and on, all to bring you closer. You got a beautiful day today. I love the immediacy of that. You have all the Johnisms, the Andersonisms that you've heard for years and years, listening to Yes, but I love how it comes back to something relatively simple. You got a beautiful day today. We have a beautiful day in this moment, in this instance. Take advantage of it. You have this. It's yours. Only for you to be received by you. So, a lovely song. Lyrics are what you would kind of expect. But yeah, it's easy to see why this is a favorite on the track. Or a favorite track on the album. Let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments down below. Thank you guys for suggesting it. Thank you for the recommendations. I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And remember, you got a beautiful day today. Take advantage of it. Bye, guys.